Hello there. Welcome to Jedi and the Mailman, show where two old friends aim to deliver the best Star Wars talk in the galaxy. I'm Mike the Mailman. That's Jimmy the Jedi. Jimmy, have you eaten fast food lately?
Yes.
How was your experience?
Um, fine, I guess.
Okay. Well, see, I have having the worst experiences every time I go out for fast food. Like this evening, I went and picked up my son, ordered some food on the app. They tell you the app is supposed to be this expedient way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, do it on the app. It's faster. It's faster. So we get there, give our name. They're always so confused too. Like, but we give our name and whatnot, and then get up to the window. And first off, the kid starts handing out the drinks, and I'm like, okay, we had two Dr. Peppers and a Coke. I'm like, which one's the Coke? I think it's that one. Like, dude, you poured them 2 seconds ago. You think you'd know which drink is which. And there's tabs on top to like mark them, but yeah.
There are.
So then we sit there for 15 minutes waiting for our food. And granted, we didn't order anything extravagant, just normal stuff, but 15 minutes. And at that point, once you get your food after 15 minutes, you're not real confident that you got the right food. Because actually, about 10 minutes in, the girl came to the window and asked me, she just asked for money. I'm like, yeah, I ordered on the app. I already paid. Oh, okay. Then they go back and find our food. But yeah, 15 minutes. So I dig through the bag just to make sure everything's right. Everything was in there, but my son ordered bacon on his sandwiches, which this is, you spend an extra $2 for bacon. And it's been our experience that every time you order an extra, it's not on there. So waited 15 minutes. I'm not going to pull away till I'm sure. I check. Yeah, no bacon on the
Oh
sandwich.
man.
So asked us to pull forward because they always make you pull forward. So wait another 5 minutes. He brings out one sandwich with bacon on it. And he's like, oh, you had two, right? I'm like, yes, we did. So another 5 minutes. So it's my contention that fast food doesn't exist anymore. It's never fast. You're spending, I don't know, probably close to $50 for three people to eat. And it's not fast. So it's not cheap. It's not fast. I don't know why I keep going back.
I don't either. Where were you going? Where'd you go again?
Burger King.
Oh,
But it's not, I mean, honestly, it's not different than any of the other fast food places either. Every stinking time it's something.
I never used the app, so
Well, you get points and stuff. That's the only benefit of the app. Then next time you come
sounds like
through,
you
you
got
get free food that you don't need. But
nice.
yeah, it is miserable.
Mm.
But
We have Taco Tuesday every Tuesday before
I love
this.
Taco
We
Tuesdays.
got TJ's Tacos,
Uh-huh.
and it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's always packed. Food's so good. Sorry.
Mm. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Maybe go to a TJ Tacos.
Don't have anything like that around here.
Oh man, that's all we have.
I even got to drive 30 minutes just to get to a Taco Bell. So
Jeez.
yeah.
Man, oh man.
So moving on to some Star Wars topics. What was it, about a month ago? We talked about the new Death Star Lego, right?
Yeah.
I believe you said there's no way I can afford this thing.
No.
But what came in the mail today, Jimmy?
A really big box that hasn't been opened yet.
How
Well,
stoked are you?
let me let me preface this with when I um resigned my positions at Derby,
Uh-huh.
the program showed me some love,
Yeah.
as one will do when one puts in 15 years. And my swim teams and my cross country team and stuff gave me a lovely gift card
Oh. And it was
for
burning a
the
hole in your pocket.
yeah. And so I paid for way less than half of it out of my own
Well,
pocket.
that's good.
So,
That's still quite a lot, but that's still
well,
better.
I probably ended up only having to pay like, I don't want to say, but it wasn't that
Yeah,
much.
you don't need to say.
It was less than
We
500.
covered the total the other night, so
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
I have a good idea.
yeah. So, yeah. Um, I'm excited for it. Honestly, God, I have no idea. I mean, I talked I talked Molly into letting me get the Millennium Falcon
Uh-huh.
UCS. Like, God, I don't know how long I've had this thing just sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm not like bragging by any means. I'm kind of disappointed because
Yeah.
that's sitting there. I've got the Dark Falcon. I've got Chopper. I've got Kylo Ren helmet. Jabba's bars. I got a UCS like TIE or Interceptor and a bunch of stuff over here. And I'm like, I just don't ever have time to like sit down and do it.
Well, when you
Um,
do, you know you're not going to be bored.
no, I'm
Projects waiting
excited.
for you.
I mean, after November the 1st, hopefully a couple of my kids. I mean, we know that our teams probably aren't going to be able to make it to state, but I've got a couple kids and one young lady who's worked super hard. And I'm really hoping we're in a brutal regional though.
Yeah.
Brutal. Like it's amazing how fast kids can run cross country these days.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
even out here in Kansas, where it's not like the fastest, but there's a sophomore who ran like a 17 something the other week.
Jeez.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
So, anyways, once that's over, I'll just be a teacher for the first time in my life,
Yeah.
and at 3 o'clock, I'll just go home. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have more time because I had planned to do a live chat, build some Legos kind of thing over the summer, and just never got around to it.
Yeah.
And so maybe I'll get around to it. So
So I know some of the Legos you keep, you don't build. You keep as an investment or whatever, just to collect. Is the Death Star going to be built?
I really want to build it because it's so pretty, but I don't know. Like
Yeah.
the Falcon, and that's another thing too with the Legos. Some of it is I'm afraid to open the boxes, man.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you do that, I mean they're not worth anything anymore. I mean,
Mhm.
but it's so pretty. I want to build it.
Yeah.
The Falcon
Like,
just sits here and
you
taunts
got to
me.
have somewhere to display it then too,
Well,
right?
that's the big problem for like the Falcon.
Yeah.
Um, the plan is when we have time. My wife is an awesome woodworker. We do a lot of stuff together. She's kind of the brains behind it, and I'm kind of like the brawn sometimes for
Hmm.
her, and just do other things. But she's got a real nice she can just finesse things, make them look really nice. And so we want to build a big coffee table to set it down in,
Oh,
light
I've
it up,
seen. Yeah, those are cool.
sand there, make it
Yeah.
kind of look like Tatooine.
Yeah.
Um, or like the Docking Bay 94 on
Hmm.
Tatooine. Put some lights underneath it and stuff,
That'd
and
be
then put
really
a
cool.
piece of glass on top. So that's in the plans.
Mm.
We'll see when that happens. But yeah, and being unemployed there for a little bit, I was like, maybe I should sell it, but it still hadn't been retired yet. So as
Yeah.
soon as I retire, it'll jump in price.
Yeah.
But I wish I could find that article that guy talked about investing in Lego and not other buying Lego and
Yeah.
just holding on to it.
In
So,
this
anyways,
economy, why
yeah.
not?
So I'm pretty excited. Um, you know, not having kids, I get
Yeah.
to I
Oh
get to
yeah.
treat myself. I
I,
mean,
God, I couldn't imagine having a decent job and not having children. How much freaking money I would have to just play with. It would be
yeah,
amazing.
I mean, miss out on some things, but I mean, coaching always kind of filled that hole for me, like
Yeah.
not having kids, because then when I got mad at them, I didn't have to go home with them.
Hmm.
So we'll
You'd
see.
have to pay for braces or
Yeah,
there's
none of that
a
stuff.
car or
Yeah,
insurance.
none of that stuff. Molly's a little worried about what I'll be like when I'm not like expending energy on kids outside
Mm,
of school because the new school I'm at's pretty awesome. They are
that's good.
so far. I mean, I've had this is my second week technically, but it's my first
Yeah.
week really teaching, and today was a lot of fun talking about
Good.
government, which is always tricky, but the
Mhm.
kids had fun with it, and so
Excellent.
yeah.
That's really good to hear.
So, and what else? There's one more bit of news before we dive into more Star Wars. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. If somehow the Steelers cannot suck on Sunday night, Aaron
Mhm.
Rodgers would be like the fifth quarterback to beat all 32,
Wow.
which is pretty cool.
That is really
Only
cool.
like five in all quarterbacks in history
Yeah.
have beaten all the
I
teams in the NFL.
I don't like their chances, but you never know. The Steelers are just that way,
They're weird.
where they'll win a game that they definitely shouldn't, or everybody thinks that they shouldn't, but then they'll lose to a team like Cincinnati.
Just like the Vikings. I mean, everyone thought we were gonna get smoked.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, but anyways, enough of that stuff. But I just thought that was a cool bit of history.
Yeah.
I hope they get that for him. Like I think
Yeah.
that would be cool. And if he plays like he did against the Jets, people better watch out because
Yeah.
I mean he was
Well, the other thing
focused.
too, I mean, he's a 41-year-old man, and at some point he's going to get hurt this year and not going to be able to play anymore. So, yeah, if he can knock this off his bucket list real quick, then I don't know, he's pretty much accomplished most everything. He's not going to
Yeah,
get to the top of the leaderboard in all the categories. Like there's some things that are just out of touch, but that's one more thing. Like you said, very few people have ever done such a thing. So, it'd be pretty cool.
yeah, I think so.
Plus, they need it. Like the table is set for the Steelers. The division is awful. All they got to do is maintain the lead, win the games that they should, and they'll be in good shape. But
Yeah, but that's never how it works.
never works out that way.
So, but all right, which one do you want to cover first?
Whichever you'd like to. I'd say. I mean, the Kylo Ren one came up first, so why
Yeah,
don't we
let's do.
start there?
All right, let me do this, and then share screen. So we're going to take this from the Hollywood Reporter. We're going to take that down. No worries here. Style. Whoops. Man, you would think I'd get good at this after a while, but I do not. All right, so here we go. This is weird bit of news, and it's like I'm not a huge Kylo Ren fan. And then I heard this news, and I'm like, I feel like we missed out.
Yes.
So we'll get to that, I guess. But um, all right, Oscar-nominated actor who played the son of Han Solo and Leia Organa, the grandson of Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader. Um, he Adam Driver sat down with the Associated Press. He was talking about another film, I believe. He says, "I was always interested in doing another Star Wars." Driver said, "I'd been talking about doing another one since 2021. Kathleen Kennedy had reached out. I always said, with a great director and a great story, I'd be there in a second. I love that character and love playing him, which I think is a surprise." Um, The Megalopolis actor said he eventually took his idea to filmmaker Steven Soderbergh, adding the film would have taken place after 2019's Rise of Skywalker. After Soderbergh and Rebecca Blunt outlined the story, they had Scott Burns to write the script. Driver described as one of the coolest beeping scripts he's ever been part of. Um, we presented the script to Lucasfilm. They loved it. They totally understood our angle and why we were doing it. While everything seemed to be moving full steam ahead at the point where a few more people Driver needed to on board for the film, which was tentatively titled The Hunt for Ben Solo, to fully come to life. However, things didn't go as planned once they presented it to the Disney execs. We took it to Bob Iger and Alan Bergman, and they said no. They didn't see how Ben Solo was alive, and that was that. Driver recalled his character Kylo Ren his character Kylo Ren has a redemption arc across the trilogy and ultimately dies at the end of the Rise of Skywalker. He added that though the sequel idea was really cool, he noted it is no more, so I can finally talk about it. Soderbergh said, "I really enjoyed making the movie in my head. I just sorry fans won't get to see it." So first off, to hear that news,
Hmm.
I mean, what do you think?
Well, I could tell you, the first thing when I read this article and I got through to the end, it said, "I'm happy that I finally get to talk about it." I was expecting to be able to scroll down and hear like the whole plot and the story, like, but you see, I get to talk about it, and then that's the end of the article. I was like, what? What? We're missing something here. But a couple things, like you alluded to as you were reading through there, it's surprising that yeah, he enjoyed playing the character. Like it seemed like when he was done, he was ready to just be done with Star Wars. So it was interesting to see. Like first off, he's like, "Yeah, I love playing that character. I'd like to play him more." And yeah, it would have been. I mean, from the the teasing of the article, like I said, they didn't get into a whole lot, but it
Mhm.
seemed like it would be a really interesting story. They're all super excited about it. They got a good writer to, outline it and whatnot. It irritates me so bad that an executive with no imagination whatsoever has the power to just flush something like that. Like it's just terrible. And it's not like it's not like it's unprecedented. Yeah, it would be difficult to come up with an idea or a story of how he's still alive or he came back or whatever. But dude, just in Star Wars, Asajj Ventress was dead. She ain't dead no more. Uh, Boba Fett was dead. He ain't dead no more. Maul got cut in half. He ain't dead no more. Like, that's three
Palpatine.
characters. Yes. Yeah. That's four characters just in Star Wars we can come up with just off the top of our head. And I'm sure if we thought about it, there's probably more. And that's just in Star Wars. There's tons throughout, other media and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, it just takes a little imagination. We're suspending our disbelief anyways. Like, none of this is real. Anything can happen. We've seen anything happen. You
Yeah.
just
I
bring
saw.
him back in some way, and I'm sure they'd find a convincing way to do it. And you have this amazing story that everybody's super excited about. And you got Adam Driver excited about it and ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, especially at that point where Disney's not in the greatest position. Like, their trilogy just came to an end, and they don't really know what's going to come next. But those three movies each made $1 billion, over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Why not take a shot at one of the actors that drove those $1 billion and go with it? It's frustrating.
Yeah. It's like the movie I never knew I wanted. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about it on this show, we've talked about it on the main show, we've talked about it in other people's podcasts, like, oh, like if you could have a movie, what would it be? And I'm always focused on the
Mhm.
High Republic and different things like that, and some of the books, and but this sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And I saw it somewhere else. I don't think it was in this version. Maybe it was the Associated Press. I couldn't find that one. I mean, but he talked about it being more like a Empire Strikes Back type film.
Mhm.
Let me see if I can work my way to that, the
Yeah, I did
actual
see
conversation.
like it was going to be a reverse redemption arc, reverse of sort of sort of like the reverse of the Vader.
Yeah. Star Wars near miss. Here we go.
Yeah, instead of seeing Vader progress to the fall and ultimate redemption, you get to see Kylo have the redemption, but you get to see him climb back up, you know, to be fully redeemed and
Yeah.
whatever.
We wanted to be judicial about how to spend money and be economical with it. Whoa, where did that go? It just like disappeared. All right.
I hate reading those articles that
Yeah, because
all
stuff's
those
moving
pop
on.
ups and stuff. Yeah.
How to spend money and be economical with it and do it for less than most, but in the same spirit of what those movies are, which is handmade and character driven, Driver says. Empire Strikes Back being, in my opinion, the standard of those movies, of what those movies were. But
Hmm.
he is, to me, one of my favorite directors of all time. He lives his code, his life, lives his ethics, and doesn't compromise. So he's talking about Megalopolis,
Yeah.
which I heard was kind of a flop. But
Yeah.
the guy, I mean, I'm not taking away from anything from anybody else that was in Star Wars or been in Star Wars, but Adam Driver might be the best actor to ever like until like the stuff that we've seen in Andor. Adam
Hmm.
Driver's character. I mean, like I said, and this is all coming from a place where I'm fine with Kylo Ren. I don't think he's like he wasn't a great villain, but it's not Adam Driver's fault. It's the writing, and
Yeah.
you got this guy who's phenomenal actor. And talking about trying to save money and do it economically, and all about the story and character driven. Like, this is what Star Wars probably needs.
Yeah. For sure.
Something that's. I mean, I'm intrigued just by the idea, the hunt for Ben Solo. Like, I just see this like redemption journey through like purgatory, kind of like through
Mhm.
like the forced netherworld or something, and he's got to redeem himself, and
Yeah.
kind of like almost like would there have been flashbacks from the things he's done, and he has to, you know what I mean? Like, I just saw all these
Hmm.
cool ideas, and I'm just like, man, like I feel like it could be such a cool story, and I still can't believe I'm saying that because like I'm not super duper into Kylo Ren. What we got here? Star Wars episode. Yeah. Would have been nice.
Hmm.
Up Anakin Skywalker. You would know. You're Anakin Skywalker. The Force gets weird. It would have made sense. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I think so too. Oh, yeah. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Adam Driver is elite. Yeah, so I feel like this movie had everything it needed. A
Mm-hmm.
director like Soderbergh. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, this would have been like Andor, but a movie version,
Mm-hmm.
intense, probably a little bit darker. Would have been able to explore. And if you had Dave Filoni on board, right? Because at
Yeah.
first when I heard this story, I didn't realize it was Bob Iger who said no. I thought maybe this was like Dave Filoni, like, no, I'm in charge now,
Yeah. Nope.
kind of thing. And so I apologize to Dave Filoni if you're listening. Sorry, Dave. I know you're a big listener of our show, um, being fellow Pennsylvanian and whatnot. But and Kathleen Kennedy likes it,
Yeah.
and say what you want about her. She's made, I mean, everything that you love about Star Wars, Disney era, she's responsible for and
Thanks to
everything.
her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, just the potential for this is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'd never thought about it before either. Like kind of what you were just saying there is,
Never crossed my mind.
yeah, you don't have to come up with some cockamamie idea about how he comes back to life. Like to your point there, it could be a journey through the force to get back. Heck, I mean, he doesn't even have to come back to life. This could all be a spiritual journey in the spiritual world. You know what I mean? Just to become like a force ghost with the, on par with the rest of them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you did the right things there at the end, but you've got to go through this journey within the force to come back.
That would
You
be
know what I mean?
amazing.
Yeah.
Do you ever hear the idea that George Lucas had for 7, 8, and 9, and it was gonna like, now these are rumors, and I've heard different
Mm.
rumors, and people are like, "Oh, well, he had this," and then people are like, "No, he had this," um, and I think some people just make stuff up for clickbait. But I had heard, and I'm not, again, I can't remember. I can always find this, but it was gonna like dive into the Force on like almost like in the Wills and like the episode of Clone Wars and stuff that Yoda's out there with the Wills. Um, and I wasn't like, I don't know about that. Would have been any better than what we got, but
Yeah.
I just think like this could have been so cool to like kind of dive into the Force. And the thing is,
Hmm.
too, it's kind of like Tiara said, the Force gets weird. What
Yeah.
happens for one person doesn't necessarily have to happen for somebody else. Like
Yeah.
Filoni said that these stories are like you're sitting there telling a story, and it's like from your point of view, and
Hmm.
then someone else could tell a story, and so like with that explanation, they're not locked down to like, oh, this is what happened to Ben Solo, so this happens to all the characters. He's like, no, this is just Ben's journey.
Hmm.
Could have been with some.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I don't want a book about this. I want a movie. Like,
No. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Because nobody reads.
so
But yeah, it's really, really disappointing that it never came to fruition. I mean, just imagine where Star Wars would be now had that movie. Like, I, I would have to think that that would have been a driver for, no pun intended, Adam Driver, a driver for continuation of the sequels. You know what I mean? Like, we've been sitting here waiting for the next Daisy Ridley movie, and then the next thing that moves the story down the line. Had that movie come out and been a success, which who knows? It seems like a good idea. A lot of good people behind it. I think it probably would have been a success, but where does that take the story from there? Do we already
yeah,
have episode 10? On the back of that, does it move things? Does it progress things forward with that? You know, that cast and whatnot. I don't know. We'll never know.
yeah. Sometimes I wonder if they do things like this to like gauge excitement or gauge. Because I mean, I went online today during my plan because I can do that in this school and not have to worry about all heck breaking loose. Um, and most people were really upset. People
Yeah.
I don't typically listen to. I was just curious as to like, there's some YouTubers out there and things like that that just drive me up a wall. And what my opinion doesn't matter. Like, they've got lots of followers, but they're super negative about stuff. A lot of the
Yeah.
sequel stuff. So I just listen, and they're all super mad that this is not happening. So I'm like, if people who didn't like the sequels and didn't, one of them was like, I don't really care for Ben Solo. or we barely got Ben
Like,
Solo never said anything. He
yeah.
talked to his dad. He
Hmm.
turns, and it depends on when you think he becomes Ben Solo, right? Because like, is it right after he has that conversation with his dad, and he
Right.
turns and he throws it and he's gone? Um, that's when he's been, and that's the case. He never says a word
Doesn't say a
the
word.
rest of the movie. He says
Hmm.
"ah" when he lands on that thing, and that's the only thing he says. He smiles at
Nobody
Daisy
said.
Ridley, gets a little smoochy smooch, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So we never got, and then just his like mannerisms and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like this could have been a really cool story. This could have been like a mythology.
Hmm.
I just sit there and I think like, what's that crazy Clash of the Titans kind of like this. I
Oh
don't know,
yeah.
like this,
Yeah.
just kind of like a story about him, the redemption and things he might have had to do, like bring him
Hmm.
back, like put him back on into the real world to like redeem himself or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's
And
Daisy Ridley searching for him, and there's some like she's looking for Peridia, or she's looking for the world between worlds, or she's looking for whatever planet
yeah.
Anakin and Obi-Wan and all them were on to like, or something else, Planet X,
Yeah.
whatever. But if
Hmm.
Filoni and those guys were on board, that means it could have tied into whatever they had planned because they wouldn't have let
Yeah.
that come to light if otherwise.
Right. Right. And like we last week we looked at like actor screen time within the within Star Wars, and to have an actor like Adam Driver, and even if they could have got Daisy Ridley involved in some way, to have those actors like add so much to their screen time. Like a movie that's driven by Adam Driver, that he's the main character and there's not all this cast around that, all these um side things that are going on and whatnot. Just a story about Ben's redemption. So, a 90-minute movie or whatever it might be where he's on screen for 50 of those 90 minutes or what have you. You know what I mean? Like,
It's just like we talked about last week. Was that last week we talked about numbers, like time
hmm,
on screen? Like, yeah,
yep,
like if he's on screen for 50 of those 90 minutes or something, like
hmm,
be nuts. You could have
yeah,
flashbacks, like,
hmm,
you go out there and you get a young, and you
yeah,
could do things with Luke.
hmm,
You could do,
yeah. Oh, you could pull in all the old, every Force Ghost, any cameo that you'd want. It's on the table there. Every dead Jedi is a possibility.
I can't believe I'm here. I'm arguing for a Ben Solo film. Like, everyone, if you watch the show before, like Mike and I are fine with the sequels. I think, like,
Yeah,
we really don't care for the Last Jedi. I don't think, right? Is that the one that we didn't really care for?
yeah,
I,
yeah. That one's terrible.
yeah, like I don't like. I mean, I think it's a great movie. Out if it was, anyways. Ryan Johnson should make a trilogy, but on his own side of the planet or a
Yeah.
galaxy. I'd be totally down for. He can kill whoever he wants. The Rise of Skywalker.
Mm,
I like it. I mean, it's a fun ride. Is it how I wanted the trilogy to end? No. Is it how I wanted the Skywalker series to end? No. So I'm kind of like I want more because I want it not to end the way it did.
yeah,
But it's not. I mean, I'll watch it. The only one I really skip over is the Last Jedi, unless we're doing something for the show or doing some
yeah.
rewatch thing or something like
I,
that. But I just can't believe like how much. And now that we're talking about it, and you're giving me all these cool ideas, and then things are just coming to my head, like
mhm,
what an amazing idea. And we have no idea. And those people that are 100 times smarter than we are,
yep.
who are in charge of this,
Hmm.
who are artistic and creative and all these things, you just imagine,
I know.
and you have the
And,
actor himself who
yeah.
knows this character better than anybody else.
Hmm.
The only thing that
Seeing
was
how amazing it
consistent
was.
about the movies,
Hmm. I
what
know. And I think what it is, and this really points to this fact, is that it's not the actors. It's not Daisy Ridley. It's not Adam Driver. It's not any of the actors that were in the sequel trilogy. They're all fantastic. You give them the right material, they're going to do an excellent job. So it's none of the actors. It's just the way that the sequel trilogy rolled out that we don't enjoy them as much as we do some of the other things, right?
yeah, that's fair. That's
That's why
really,
we're so excited about something like this with Adam Driver, is because we appreciate, even if you didn't like Kylo Ren, if you thought his dialogue was bad or this or that, whatever, you didn't like the character, but you know Adam Driver can do the job. And given, a nice meaty script where he can really dig into it and just bring the goods, like it would the potential. So yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then I wonder. I know there's people complaining about like, well, he's dead, he shouldn't come back. But I mean, like you said, it's Star Wars. You can do whatever you want. Like
Hmm.
Tiara said, Force is weird. It can do all kinds of things. Twinkle Boogie Gaming here says, tie up some questions. Yeah, like you could have answered some questions.
Hmm.
Maybe it's, you know, you could set some things up about how things actually happen. I know they're doing that with some of the shows and things like that too. But if you needed a little extra oomph in there, um, then you could have done that in this movie as well. You could have dropped some knowledge for the fan base, and um, yeah, I think they missed it. And I wonder too, is this Adam Driver giving Disney the middle finger? You know what I mean? Because I mean, he doesn't need Star Wars. This
No.
guy is in like massive film, and crazy anyone. I mean, he should be getting pulled into movies like uh Pedro's getting pulled into movies because he's way
Yeah.
better. I mean, I think he's a better actor than Pedro Pascal. Like, you know, and he doesn't need Disney. So is
No.
he like giving them the middle finger, or is this some kind of like I'm going to
I
put
don't
this
know.
out
I
there?
mean,
Is this a make the Snyder cut type thing? Or like, and it happened though. The fans
yeah.
rallied and they happened. I don't know if our fandom's too split for it to happen, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, no matter how big you are, I don't know that it's a good idea to flip a middle finger to any media company because they all seem to be coalescing into one, and at some point you're gonna have to go to Disney for everything. So I'd be careful.
yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But
It is
but yeah,
weird
I
to
mean,
me.
he is a huge actor, and I mean, doesn't need it. And that's just part of what's so exciting about this. That he doesn't need to do this. Yet he was excited to do it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, I thought he was done with Star Wars. I thought there's no way that guy will ever come
Oh
back to
yeah,
do Star Wars.
because I mean, really, has he come out and talked much since then, or about his experiences or about his time? Like a lot of the other, John Boyega's out there. He pops off every few months about, yeah, maybe I'd come back, but f this, and
Yeah, he's like, yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that he. I mean, I just can't see Disney being like, yeah, come on back, John.
yeah,
After all the things, I
and
mean, you better off having Gina. Like, I would see them letting Gina Carano come back first.
and
But
Oscar Isaac. I mean, I don't know that he's willing to come back either. But like I don't know, a
you
lot of
throw
the
enough money at
actors.
somebody, though, they'll come back.
Yeah, I would think so. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the actors have come out and said had their piece since. I don't remember ever hearing much from Adam Driver.
It's because he's
So
the
I don't
only
know.
one who really works ever since. I mean, Oscar
Yeah,
Isaac and him are probably the two that have worked the most since the Star Wars
yeah,
films. Daisy Ridley's has picked up. Boyega's been
yeah.
in a few things, but Adam Driver is in something new every single year. It seems
Oh
like.
yeah,
I mean, they're for. I mean,
and driving it. Yeah,
yeah.
let's get
So,
another pun.
oh man, look at you.
I
That's
don't mean
you.
it.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I don't know, folks. If you're out there, what do you guys think? Do you want this film? Do you think it had potential? Do you think it's weird? Or Ben Solo's dead. Leave him dead. Forget the past. All right. His own words. Right. His own
Mhm.
words. Let the past die. So maybe that's what Disney did. Knuckleheads.
Yeah,
So, but yeah. So let us know in the
stupid
comments and
executives.
stuff what you guys think um, about about this idea, this whole concept. Like I still just am blown away by it.
Mhm.
Never thought this is something I would want to see.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, dang nabbit.
Yep. Yeah. As many times if we've talked, about Star Wars in different genres and what we'd like to see, and never as a Kylo Ren story come up in our conversations. But it goes to show you, good writers, good ideas, they can make anything work.
Yeah, for sure. Um, the next story. Let me see here. That's not it. Okay. So we got the bear himself. Have you watched that show, The Bear?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Have you seen Cocaine Bear?
I have not.
I haven't either.
It's pretty funny.
Have you seen Bear Grylls?
I think I watched him once on a show.
I like Bear Grylls.
All
That's
right.
the only bear thing that I've seen.
All right. So we got this article. Well, not an article, but so Jeremy Allen White, the star of The Bear, was on the Graham Norton show. And Graham always gets people to say things like that. Show's pretty funny. I mean, half my feed is stuff from Graham Norton show because
Yeah.
I've been watching him for years. My mom loved Graham Norton. She loves that British stuff. But so I spelled Rada wrong in our thing, so I
That's all
apologize
right.
to people. But one of the standout characters from the Mandalorian Grogu trailer was Rota the Hutt. This story is from IGN, by the way. I don't want to steal any credit. Son of Jabba the Hutt. This is Stinky from the Clone Wars,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I will tell you
Stinky's
that
grown up.
it's grown up, grown out, right? Rota the Hutt has hit
Look
the
at that
ground.
hut.
So, yeah, so trailer shows Rota the Hutt in this sort of a gladiator arena, either hyping the crowd up or as a host or involved in a fight. Now, I'll tell you this:
Mm-hmm.
if you watch read the comics, and there is a big War of the Bounty Hunters series, and it starts out with Boba Fett, and he gets stuck on, I think, is it Nar Shaddaa or is it? I can't remember what planet that was. There's so many planets. It'd be easier. There's just 8.
Yeah.
But I think it's Nar Shaddaa, one of those planets, anyways. And Rada is running I believe it's Rada the Hutt is running an arena,
An
like a
arena.
fighting arena, right? And he's jacked. He's got this machine that like carries him, and he walks around on that. But this is where the story gets kind of crazy, right? So,
Yeah.
everyone, I mean, when you saw this trailer, Mike, not,
Mm-hmm.
probably, I mean, how much do you know about Rada the Hutt? About what I told you,
About
probably.
what you said there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you see this trailer that we've seen, what was that, 2 or 3 weeks ago now?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that this was going to be a big part?
Well, that's the thing. Like, they announced Jeremy Allen White how long? Like, way, way back.
Yeah,
And
that was probably 2 months, maybe
yeah.
more.
And no, I mean, it was farther back than that, I
Was
think.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
How
But
old? Things all kind of blur together.
I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. But they said he was going to be Rod of the Hutt. And I guess there was some conjecture. I don't know if they actually come out and said it or everybody assumed it was going to be Rod or whatever. They announced he was in it. He was going to be Rada. And I think everybody thought, why are you getting this big name actor just to do this little bit part? Because I don't think anybody expected that Rada was going to have a big part in this. He's just going to be sort of a cameo or something like that. And you're wasting this, extremely talented actor. But yeah, I think you're going to go forward with this article. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a bit part now,
Yeah.
according to what he said.
I'm going to go back and watch the Graham Norton show. And if I find a good clip, I'm going to clip it and I'm going to put it on our socials. I haven't had a chance to do that. I'll do that after we're done here. But Rada the Hutt is voiced by Jeremy Allen White, who, while chatting on the Graham Norton show to promote his new movie, Springsteen, I don't even know what Jeremy Allen White sounds like. Like, I don't know what his
Well,
voice is.
I listen to, Mark Maron his show is done now, and it's sad because he interviewed some amazing people. But it wasn't too long ago, maybe 4 to 6 weeks ago, I don't know, that he interviewed Jeremy Allen White. And to that point, just going back to what I said before, we all thought it was going to be a bit part, and why are you getting this amazing actor, and what was the point? But after listening to that interview and listening to him talk for a solid 45 minutes or whatever it had been, and just kind of knowing that he's going to be this character and running that in your mind on it, you listen to him talk enough and you can see why he was the pick for this, like how he fits this character, at least in
Wow.
my mind.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I might have to check that. I might have to listen to that.
And he didn't talk about Star Wars at all. It's just, going over his life and
Well,
whatnot. Just hearing his voice and his I don't know, just the way he approaches the jobs and whatnot. You know what I mean? Just something about just listening to him. I could picture him doing this role.
Being
You know?
that. Okay. All
Mhm.
right. Well, I trust you. I'll have to listen to that probably. He's just a bit broader, but like a Hut. It's kind of like him and the Mandalorian running around for a lot of the movie together. So Rada can run, Rada
Run
can move
around a
quickly. Yes.
lot.
Yeah, running around a lot of the movie together.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm a little concerned about the CGI thing
Mm-hmm.
because I
Mm-hmm.
thought the twins looked like crap in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And if I wanted a Hut, I wanted a real Hut. I wanted a practical Hut.
Yep.
I don't want, but I'm not gonna until we see more.
Mm-hmm.
But I have my doubts.
Yes.
But I
That's
promise not to be a jerk about it until I see it. And then
this is where my reservations are coming as well. I think it's a fantastic. It blows my mind. Yeah, I don't think any of us thought that this was going to be more than a cameo, but to hear him say, and hopefully we're not taking too much out of this one sentence that he said on a talk show. You know, he
I don't
could
know
have
how you take
misspoke
this
or
out of
whatever.
context. We're
No,
running
I know,
around
but I mean,
for
he
a
could have
lot of the
misspoke.
movie together.
Right. That yeah. But to your point, yes, if they don't get CGI right, that could look totally awful. But if it works, if they have
That'll
it
be
the
so cool.
CGI nailed, this is going to be awesome. Like
I
this is
want
so much more than I expected. This is another huge actor in Star Wars that's got some real talent that can add a lot to this, I think.
you think about what the CGI is going to be like in this movie. First, you have Zeb,
Mhm.
and now you have a gigantic Hut that we thought we were going to see a couple scenes with, maybe.
Right.
And now we're going to get Zeb, Rada, the Mando, Grogu. I mean, what kind of group is that, right? I mean, they're just running around doing things like that. Sounds crazy.
Yeah.
He says Rada can move quickly. Yes, the suggestion here is that we'll see Rada play a significant role in the movie, partnering up with Mando. While he can't run in the sense that he would run with, legs, Rhoda can move quickly, which I'm wondering it's like a snake kind of like
Yeah.
thing. I think there was one in the High Republic comics.
Yeah.
So,
But
but
take a second, everybody. Close your eyes and picture a hut. Now put tons of muscle in this hut, this big muscular hut off in the distance. And picture that hut squirming its way towards you quickly. Like, how scary was that going to be?
I mean, that guy's like, and then just heck,
Oh
ever see a snake going across water and stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be nuts.
Wow. I can't wait. This is going to be a fun romp.
Because I'm trying to think back to the prequels and Jabba and his lady. Don't they squirm out kind of to the front of the thing? They kind of move out a
I
little
think
bit.
so. Yeah.
We just never see Jabba move because it was impractical. He couldn't.
Right.
He
Right.
couldn't move that character. But
Hmm.
I mean, and then I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of Zero the Hutt. Zero the Hutt moved around, right,
Hmm.
in the comic or
Hmm.
in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's precedent there.
Hmm.
Then you had the two twins that were carried around, which that would be impossible. Those
Yeah.
creatures could not have carried those two huts. Like that always
Yeah.
bothers me. That whole show bothers me a little bit, but um, I'm glad we didn't have to review that. That would have been difficult to be positive about. I think there's a lot of weird things, and
Yep.
I thought that was one of the weirder ones.
Yeah.
But we're getting
Yeah.
the twins again. Could be interesting though. Maybe this
Yeah.
is that, because we saw the scene in the trailer where they're down in the hut. That's that symbol. Those big like I can't even think of the guy's name. The stop motion guys, um,
Hmm.
those robots and stuff like that. So you know, we thought that when we had talked about it previously, like maybe he was on a mission for Rada. Maybe Rada's with him. Who knows? Like
Yeah.
I think it's pretty exciting. Like these are two
Yeah.
fun. I'm bummed about the news about Ben Solo, but it's big
Yeah.
news. It's cool news. It's good to
Hmm.
know that Adam Driver wasn't done with Star Wars. He wasn't burnt out from it or whatever. And then I think this is awesome too. Like
Yeah.
this sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I wonder if
The-
that's why he's got to have because they've showed him with another why can't I think of the name of his ship? the style of the
Oh,
ship,
Razor Crest.
the Razor Crest, because you
Yeah.
can't put a Hutt in
No.
a blue
In N1
starfighter.
Starfighter? No.
Yeah, there's no room for that. But you could probably
Mando doesn't even fit in there.
no, yeah, because in real life doesn't fit. So
Yes,
just
we've
ask
heard
Brendan
stories.
Wayne, right? Um, but
But this, I don't know. A lot of people might have the idea like, how did Job is just this big fat slob that can't even move off his throne. Like, how did he ever create this, empire? And to have this where you got this big bulky hut, we're going to see him moving around apparently a lot and fast. And it might answer a lot of questions about how a hut can put the foot down or what have you, to make their mark. Should be
yeah,
interesting.
Mumbo Jimbo says howdy to everybody. What's
Howdy.
going on, Jimbo? Have you heard the news about the Hutts and Ben Solo? What are your thoughts? Yeah, I think, Mike, I think you're right though. Like, we just assumed. Now I need to go back and watch the Clone Wars with Zero the Hutt and see how he moved around. If they showed him moving around, if he was always stationary, I'm pretty
No,
sure he
I'm pretty
slithered
sure he
around.
moved around. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt that they can. So they
they
have
have
to be
to.
able to.
I
Yeah.
mean, otherwise it'd
Like,
be like,
yeah. Once you get to the point where you're a Jabba or you're the twins, you have this insane wealth that you would get, you could pay people to carry you around, cart you around. No point in walking anymore. But yeah, I mean, as an adolescent, growing up, you have to be able to take care of yourself.
yeah. I wonder how old Jabba was. Like, if he was like an old Hut.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know what I
know.
mean? Like, how long the Hutts live. I'm gonna look that up while we're doing this. How long the Hutts live? Not very long if Princess Leia's around.
Yep.
How long do Hutts live in Star Wars? Here we go. What?
Are you getting a Gemini AI answer or did you go to Wikipedia?
I'm going to Wikipedia because
Go to
Gemini answer was a
Wikipedia.
little insane.
Yeah. AI is a
My
little insane
canon.
sometimes.
Um,
I'm saying they're probably a long-lived species.
from Wikipedia. I'm just gonna bring it up
Okay.
so people know I'm not lying. I wouldn't lie to people. Not about this, anyways. All right, where are
Stakes
we?
are too high.
Stakes are. This is too important to be tomfoolery. I lied to you about where I'm going to build a ballroom, but nothing important like this. So, all right. Huts could live for centuries. Jabba was
Cinch.
604.
Wow.
604 when he was killed and could grow to enormous sizes. In fact, Huts' lifespans could span over 1,000 years. The literary collective term for Huts was a bulge of Huts. That's pretty hilarious. Huts spent
That's
the
awesome.
first 50 years of their life in brood pouches of their parents. Gross.
Mm.
When they emerged, they were described as having the mind of an infant.
Hmm.
Okay. I need to read. There is a YA little book. Okay, because we have a photo here. Who's this? Oh, she's on a thing. Never mind. This is from the High Republic. So, but she's on like a little did skier thing.
What if there's ever been a Hut Jedi?
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I had no idea.
No, me neither. We're learning
604.
things tonight. Very important things.
Yeah.
Huts can live 1,000 years.
It's a long dang time. And just think
Mm.
about it too. They probably don't stop growing.
Yeah.
So if he was 604, let's say he lives to be 1,000 minus, getting choked out by Princess Leia.
Mhm.
Um, which they do a cool thing with her. I think it's a Bloodlines. And she's like a hero, like an underground hero. The tape of her murdering Jabba the Hutt is like it's like revered. It's like
Yeah.
I don't even know what it would be like. It's just like a cult thing. Like all these species. I can't remember the species is if it's Munes or not, but they like worship Princess Leia because of how much um because of her killing Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Uh oh.
Yeah.
Uh oh.
Woo!
Man, this guy's sleeping in.
Oh,
Dang,
yeah.
Tahu. You missed all the exciting news, man.
Daylight
And
savings time
solo
hasn't
movies
started
and
here yet. Not
Jabba
till
the Hutt.
November.
Yeah. Jabba the Hutt is 604 years old. 604.
Well, he's
That's
dead
impressive.
now, but
Yeah. I mean, he was.
yes, it was
RFP Jabba.
604. Or
So
not.
Stinky can't be that old then, right? I mean, I guess he has to be over 50, and then
Yeah.
plus the years of the Clone Wars. So there's probably, I don't know, 200
Gotta
years
be.
old, maybe.
Yeah, that's I would think somewhere in there. Yep.
So,
So Rada's probably about the same.
yeah.
250, somewhere in there.
Yeah. That'd be pretty
In his
cool.
prime years, able to slither around with speed. That's a lot of
Yeah.
birthday candles.
It is a
Sure
lot of
is.
birthday candles. Man, that's a big birthday cake.
Yeah.
Huh.
Nearly Jabba sized.
That's exciting news.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
That's
and watch
good.
that.
It's good to get some news like this lately.
It's
Like,
fun.
I don't know about you, but it's been tough to stay engaged in Star Wars right now. Like
Yeah, Chuck was talking
there's
about
always, yeah, there's some dribs and drabs that come out, but I don't know. There's not. I don't know. I've had a hard time just coming up with ideas and things that I really want to get into because the movies just. I know we talk about it's only this far away, but it just seems so far
it
away.
seems so far away, but then it's gonna be here. And I'm like, holy crap, it's here already.
Yeah, yeah. It'll
So
be all excited and then it'll be over.
yeah, it's
But
like Christmas, man.
yeah,
You
gotta
get all
slow
hyped
down
up,
and
and then in
enjoy.
like 2.5 hours, it's all over.
Hmm.
You're like, oh man,
Yeah.
dang it. So when are we getting those then?
But yeah, some exciting stuff. I'm glad we had this come down tonight. It's fun talking about, especially the
Yeah.
Ben Solo thing. Like,
Yeah, I'm blown away by that. I'm blown away
yeah.
by this. That's pretty fun news.
Mhm.
I'm saddened by the Solo news, but I think it's pretty cool that I'm sad by it because
Yeah. Just never knew.
I got my explore the. Oh, you can't see the question. Hang on. Mike's like, why are you showing me your chest? I'm not Mike, I promise.
I
All right, what is your? I got my explore the forest from Redbubble.
I
He's
got
got
my
his penguins
penguins.
on. All right. Dave Filoni, Pittsburgh
That's right.
Penguins fan.
Dave Filoni's a huge Penguins fan,
Yes,
just like me.
just like Mike and my sister.
See how my Penguins are doing right now. My Penguins are up 4-1 right now.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Did the kid?
they are doing exactly the opposite of what they were supposed to do this year.
Really?
They're supposed to be terrible, and like in the off season, just preparing myself for the team to be bad because you got to be bad to get good. Like the Penguins got Lemieux because they tanked and got the first pick. They got Sid because they were awful and got the first pick. They're at a point where they need the first pick again, and now they're showing that no, that's not true. We still got some life left in us. So it's hard.
T. I don't know how to make an
I don't
F.
know how to make an F.
F.
It gets backwards.
You're backwards.
Whatever.
All right. I'm gonna stay on here and talk to Tahu, but it's probably time to go.
Yeah.
Getting up and working 2 days in a row is killing me.
Jeez, it's rough.
I got a big giant Lego to play with, so that'll be fun. I think that small one. I got Plo Koon's jet fighter by accident. Apparently,
yeah?
that was already in my cart, and I didn't realize it.
Mm,
And I got double points for it. So I
sweet.
had like $130 credit into Lego. So I mean, I can buy another Lego because
That's how
there's
they
more
get you.
Lego. Yeah, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. So, any last thoughts, Mike, on the news for this? I mean, it came out today and yesterday, right? I mean,
Yeah.
last night
Yeah.
I think I know I woke up to a bunch of messages on the on our WhatsApp
Yeah.
feed. And I was like, "What's all this?"
That's some fun stuff. I'm glad it came down. It's a good topic. Fun to talk about. And yeah, we'll see what we can find out for next week.
And
Dig something up.
um, did you listen to the podcast today yet? Did you have a chance?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think of the topic? It was we kind of had fun with it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but Um, something to think about there too, folks. If you haven't listened to the main show yet, check it out. We talk about Ray. Controversial, I know, but is she the future, and how does that look, and can it work, and all these good things? Can she hang out with Rota the Hutt and Zeb? And I know that's a different time zone, timeline, time
I
frame.
I just find it so crazy that Ray is controversial and like that they're not just going full steam ahead and getting something out with her. I just don't get it. Like I enjoyed her character. I thought she did a great job in those movies, and I'm anxious to see more. I'm anxious for the story to continue. I don't know. I'm not on the horrible side of the internet as much as you are. I don't hear all the fanboys moaning about how much they hate girls and stuff like that. So I just know I watched the movies and I enjoyed the movies, and she was one of the best parts of the movies, and I want to see more of her. So
Yeah, I never had a problem with her. It's like the story and stuff, but that's not her. Like,
right,
you know, and that
yep, like
Jaws of Jakku book was fine.
mhm.
Like, the listens 4 hours, whatever. And it was fun. Like I said in the show, it explained some things that help start off the rise of Skywalker, and then of course that new book that's coming out. And so I wish that book was coming out sooner, though. I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
But we do have that Darth Vader book coming, so that'll be good. But yeah, anyways, folks, big news. Let us know if you're listening to this or watching this after. Let us know in the comments. What do you think? I mean, are you bummed out that the Ben Solo movie's not going to happen, or like, yeah, let the past die. He's dead. Move on with your lives. Where do you stand on that? And then the fact that Jeremy Allen White said running around for a lot of the movie together, that gets you excited. You visualizing Mike's, you know, hut coming at
massive
you
Hutt
full speed,
slithering
massive
at you.
hut slithering at you. So let us know in the comments down below. We'll see you all next week. Tahu, wake up earlier, sir. All right. And for all of us, we have spoken. We'll
See
see
ya.
you all next week. Go Pens. Whoopsie.